What is love? So, love's one of those words that we're all familiar with, and um, I'd like to think that all of us have felt love in one way, shape, or form, whether it's love for an activity or uh, a thing, or for an art, or for a parent, or a friend, or a relative, or a significant other, pet. You love anything, really. Um, and I think that it's a very common question to ask. What is love? It's one of those things that are kind of seem like an esoteric, sort of deep thing that it's like nobody knows how to articulate what it is, but we all feel it. So I'm gonna propose a different way to look at love. Normally, the way we look at love is that it's a feeling that comes and it goes, or it's an expression that comes and goes. But what I'm going to say is that it does not come and go, it is omnipresent, meaning that it's always present everywhere at all times. And what's actually going on, instead of having experiences of love that are achieved throughout life, what is actually happening is um, the love that is always under the surface of everything else that seems to be happening shines through um, when it's not being distorted or obfuscated by our thoughts and by our beliefs and ideas and identities. So you can think of love as the sun shining in the sky, but the clouds being of the mind, and that they seem to block and diffuse the sunlight, aka love. Um, I think another great word to use as opposed to love is the word unity. Okay, because I think that what the felt sense of love is a felt sense of the underlying unity, which becomes apparent and shines forth when we have a gap and clarity in our mind, like a gap between the clouds and the sky. And that's, when we love something, we feel like it's not like a cognitive thinking that I feel a sense of union with this thing. It's not a thinking, it's not a thought process like, hey, I feel a union with this thing. No, it's a feeling that goes beyond words, because once you start thinking about it, that's a cloud that's coming back in the way again. So that's why you can't really force love, because everything you quote unquote force is mental. I don't know why that just happened. um, so when you're feeling the sense of flow and comfort and a sense of being at peace and at home while you're doing an activity that you love, or you're with someone that you love, or you're listening to some music that you love, or a pet that you love, or whatever, when you're feeling that, when you're doing that activity or you're with that person or thing that you love, what's happening there is the mind is at peace, right? The mind is at peace because you're doing something that you love or you're with someone you love. So your mind is not reeling with thoughts. So a lot of times thoughts are there to try to modulate and manipulate um, your perception to something that is more favorable. But if you're with somebody that you are at peace with, then the thoughts aren't going to try to modulate or manipulate. Everything's okay. So the mind quiets down, and this felt sense of a unity between you and that which you love um, becomes sort of unearthed or obfuscated or unblocked by the modulating thinking mind. So basically, my point here is that when you're doing something you love or you're with somebody that you love, your mind stops because you have no reason to try to manipulate your perception because you're happy with it the way it is. And when your mind stops, then there becomes um, a shining forth of the ever-present, omnipresent unity that is well, the unity is the unity is of everything is one unity. In that sense, you can say everything is love. But um, usually, when our mind is mostly running the show, so to speak, um, that unity is distorted, and we usually only experience, so to speak, the unity when we have that clarity with a specific thing. So it's like I might have that unity with my wife, or I might have that unity with this album I'm listening to. It's not it's but a full-blown awakening, on the other hand, would be a unity with everything as opposed to just a person or an object or an activity. Okay. So um that's basically when you're feeling love, you're having sort of like a partial awakening in a sense. You're having if a full-blown awakening is the recognition of absolute unity, then the recognition of unity between two objects or two people is is like a very small partial awakening. Okay. So that's what that feeling is. You're experiencing truth, which is unity. The unity is the truth, and unity is love. So you could take yeah, and also truth is what is, right? And what is must be a unity because it's what is. So even if there are any hypothetically any divisions or boundaries. Even those divisions and boundaries are included in the definition of what is. So what is everything, and even hypothetically including boundaries. That all is considered what is. So what is also what's true, and what is must be a unity, and unity is um is the reality of what love is. So you could look at unity, truth, and love and isness as different facets of the same non-dual truth. So yeah, that's my take on what love is. And if you like this video, then please hit the like button. And if you want to see more content like this, then please subscribe. If you know anybody who might like this, then please share it. And if you have anything you want to say, then if you want to get notifications whenever I drop new content, then hit the little bell button. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.